In the heart of the ancient forest, there existed a place known only in hushed whispers. The locals called it the Forest of Whispers. It was said that as the sun dipped below the horizon and the moonlight shimmered through the densely packed trees, one could hear faint whispers carried by the wind. No one knew where the whispers came from, but they filled the hearts of those who ventured too close with dread. Clara, a curious and adventurous young woman, had always been fascinated by the legend. One crisp autumn evening, she decided to uncover the truth for herself. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of determination, she ventured into the forest. The path quickly disappeared, swallowed by the dense foliage and the encroaching shadows. The deeper Clara went, the more the forest seemed to come alive. The rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, and the occasional snap of a twig echoed in the otherwise silent night. It wasn't long before Clara heard it, the whispering. At first, it was so faint she thought it was her imagination. But as she continued, the whispers grew louder and more distinct. They were unintelligible, but clearly voices. Her heart pounded in her chest, yet she pressed on, driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity. As she ventured further, the whispers seemed to surround her, coming from every direction. Clara stopped, her flashlight beam flickering as though it too were affected by the eerie presence. She called out, "Is anyone there?" Her voice trembled, barely more than a whisper itself. The forest responded with a moment of stillness, the whispers silencing as though waiting. Then, a shadow emerged from the trees. It was a figure cloaked in darkness, its features obscured. Clara's breath caught in her throat. The figure spoke, its voice a murmur lost in the rustle of leaves. "Why have you come?" Clara took a step back, her mind racing. "I wanted to understand the whispers," she replied, her voice shaky. The figure seemed to consider her words before it spoke again. "The whispers are the voices of those who have been lost to the forest. They seek solace in the company of the living." Clara felt a chill run down her spine. She had heard of people disappearing in the forest, but she had never believed the tales fully. "How do I help them?" she asked. The figure extended a shadowy hand. "Follow me," it said. Heart pounding, Clara hesitated before taking the figure's hand. Coldness enveloped her, and the world around her shifted. She found herself in a clearing where the moonlight was unnaturally bright. The whispers were louder here, almost deafening. The figure gestured to the center of the clearing where an ancient, gnarled tree stood. "Release them," it whispered. Clara approached the tree, feeling an inexplicable pull towards it. She reached out and touched its rough bark. A surge of emotion overwhelmed her, sorrow, longing, and a deep sense of peace. The whispers swelled, then gradually faded as if being drawn into the tree. Moments later, silence fell over the clearing. The eerie presence lifted, and the forest seemed almost normal again. Clara turned to thank the shadowy figure, but it was gone. In its place was a sense of profound calm. Clara left the forest that night with a new understanding. The Forest of Whispers was not a place of malevolence, but one of unresolved sorrow seeking closure. She had given the whispers peace, and in doing so, found her own. Locals noticed a change in Clara. She was quieter, more reflective, yet radiated a serene confidence. The legend of the Forest of Whispers continued, but now with an addendum of a brave soul who ventured into the heart of the whispers and emerged with their secrets, bringing peace to the restless souls and herself.